Now, I'll let you know that I'm on my now 5th show of the tour that I'm doing, and I have many more to go. And what I've been doing on this tour so far, and what I'm doing all the way to the very end, is I am singing a new album of mine. This album is called Storytelling, and it's an album that I actually have not released yet. I am basically going around Ontario and debuting the album live so that the very first time that you hear this material is right here and right now, and there's no other place that you can hear it. You can't go to Spotify or even go to my merch table to find the album. It's a way for me to share stories because every single one of the songs on this album were compiled and put together based on the fact that they either tell stories from my perspective, they tell stories about people who meant a lot to me, or they tell stories about other people, or there's one song that even tells a story written from, say, my grandfather's perspective as he said goodbye to my grandma. So there's a whole range of emotions and of beautiful moments that have happened in my life that I'm happy to share. And so that's why I wanted to go around and play this album live from front to back. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do is play the album as if it's a vinyl record. So I'm going to play side A, and I'm not going to speak between songs. I'm just going to go from song to song to song as if you had put the needle down on the record, and when it gets to the end, I'll let you know. And then we're going to flip the record and go to side B. And then it'll go all the way to the very end. And after that, I'll play one or two fun songs to end out the night. And I thank so much the Grace United team for having me. It's very, very special to be singing in a room that looks and feels and sounds as beautiful as this, and to come back to Gananoque for a post-pandemic performance of mine. Oh, yep.
Mic check. Ah.
Okay. And so, if you will, just picture that you have just purchased the album that I will be releasing next year, called Storytelling by Kaleb Hikele. Imagine you open up your record player and you pick up the needle and you go to put the needle down and it starts to spin, and of course you hear the sound as the record plays, and you hear the beginning of the album, which is the very first song called To Tell the Tale.
Dream quietly, fruit falls all over as gravity it hits me. I see there's room to grow. These roots, they sow their own path. Sit back and watch the rain fall as it will. fortune from the palm of my hand. And I've been walking for days, and then there was hand. Another word for beauty I understand is hand. Here I stand but with 2 empty hands, but I know I'm not your man. She makes me happy every time I see her again. She smiles at me and we meet. Her name is Anne. I'm afraid she flew too close to the sun, dear Anne. Write this letter to see the ink run, but I know I'm not the one for you, Anne. Annalise, please, can I call you Anne? Love at first sight is too real, and I'm in debt to you, Anne. But I know I'm not your man. 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 At my funeral, would you sell my records for not a penny? No, 'cause I'd rather see them go at my funeral. Please do not cry. Instead, would you dance to that song one more time? At my funeral, would you make a sign that says everything must go? Put it out on the road. At my funeral, would you make a sign that says everything must go? At my funeral. Put me in the car, take me for a ride out onto the road. One last time, strangest things sometimes over letters they were bold. Terror ran across the line. Well, it made me feel so cold. The world, it can get to be ugly if you look at the world with your eyes wide open. And I've seen the strangest things, but it's all okay now that I've seen her. City is so quiet, it seems not a word is spoke from the silence of an empty room to a subway car that's full. I've seen the strangest things before. I've seen a man be lit on fire by the hand of his best friend at the practice of a choir. World, it can get to be ugly if you look at the world with your eyes wide open. I've seen the strangest things, but it's all okay now that I've seen her.
Thank you very much. Now the record has come to an end. That is the end of side A. Any questions so far? Now I do want to say that these are all true stories. Yes, I have seen a man be lit on fire by the hand of his best friend. I do, in my wildest dreams, want to go to space. You might be wondering, who is Anne? I wrote a lot of the way that I feel about dreams and being kind of in a dream state, and even watching your dreams come true without making them really come true. Dreams that you thought would just stay dreams. And I wrote that into this first song of the side B. It's called Van Gogh's Shoes. And what happened was I wrote this song and kind of wrote it about, oh, my dreams have come true. And what later then happened was I was kind of faced with what seemed like a very unexpected and very traumatic experience instead. One that really cut me down and made me feel less than myself. But it's a happy story in the end, and as you follow the rest of the album, what I thought was kind of the end for me, and that I would never fall in love again, and I would never love myself again. Immediately after I wrote this song, and then kind of watched it fall apart, about a month later, I walked in to work a new job as an usher at Massey Hall, and I met a woman named Jess, and she became the love of my life, and 9 years later, we are still together. And so there's a song that I wrote for her in here, and it's as if the album kind of, I put it in the order of telling that story. And from there, it continues. So I will just let the songs speak for themselves. I hope you enjoy this next side, and thank you, Kaleb. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. And I just want to say that there are moments in this where from the times that I've played this, over the last 5 shows that I've played this, there are many songs that I have only played during this tour. I have never ever performed otherwise. And there are songs that I've had people come up and say, without me even explaining what the song is about, they have said that there are people that they thought of. Their parents or their friends that they love and that they miss. And so I invite you to do the same. And I'll be joining you. So this is a song called Van Gogh Shoes, and the beginning of side B of Storytelling.
If I share one thing with you, it's that a dream will come true. Let your mind be free to roam, and you will know that a dream's just a truth, but disguised to frighten you, and it hums a quiet tune to invite you to the roof, to view a starry sky. Now I'm walking in those shoes. Another mile I'll walk, another day I'll know that the future could be yours. You could read it in the news, painted starry nights, wearing Van Gogh's shoes. If heaven touches down on this earth it's meant to be, take another's hand in time. Love is all you need. With my feet sunk in the sand, no water to your knees. All I think with every step, she was beautiful to me. I've seen a starry sky. Now I'm walking in those shoes. Another mile I'll walk, be yours. You could read it in the news. Painted starry nights, wearing Van Gogh's shoes. I cannot imagine to see these yellows, white, and blues. As I lay here in my room, I see through the roof, and the starry sky calls for me to think outside these walls, for a dream can come true. Write a letter to the moon to wish for starry skies. Now I'm walking with those shoes. Another mile I'll walk, another day we'll see. That the future could be yours. We are all invited to paint a starry night, wearing Van Gogh's shoes. Paint a starry night, wearing Van Gogh's shoes. Slowly moving one side to the other, I go. My mind is settled, slowly moving one side to the other. something I said? Was it something I did in our golden days? Reasons I hid in the back of the church while you kneel down to pray. You ought to know that it wasn't the only one for you. But today, when you're lonely, we both know that I need company too. So now we'll go back to the old familiar place. So now we'll go back to the old familiar place. Colors of trees, changing of leaves, it is all too clear. If we cannot be one, then why not be just two separate lanes in the mirror? Once in a while, I'll see you and cheer that smile on your face. So now we'll go back to the old, to the most familiar place. So now we'll go back to the old familiar place. So now we'll go back to the old familiar place. I have something to say, I can see as it hangs from the tip of your tongue. Do you pardon me for the way that I turn my back to run away? I know that you're sad, my apologies are written here too. I've become immune to a walk in the rain, and that's where I'm waiting for you. So now we'll go back to the old familiar place. So now we'll go back to the old familiar place. Colors of trees, changing of leaves, it is all too clear. If we cannot be one, then why not be just two separate lanes in the mirror? Once in a while, see you and cheer for that smile on your face. So now we'll go on back to the old, to the most familiar place. to the old familiar place. So now we'll go back to the old familiar place. I was born in the winter, and I've tried to keep warm ever since I found that love was no shelter from storm. We would go for a ride, just my dad and I, from side to side of this small town that I've called my home. For 18 years they would go by, and I would paint that lonely front porch every day if I could. And I would carve my name there in the wood. These moments last as quick as a flash. I would cut the grass, she sat me down, told me stories of war, of love and hatred around. Slow this down, turn this around. How I miss how that house made a sound. Creaking floors, they say, as the ornaments hang on the wall. And I would paint that lonely front porch every day if I could. And I would carve my name there in the wood. A new coat of paint in a light blue that faded in time. She opened the door with a smile that I've seen before. But now I haven't seen in a long time. I would paint that lonely front porch every day if I could. And I would carve hard to see. We would all face this day, and I would have to speak from the heart to decide these final words to say. Thank you for loving me the way you did. These are my words, so clear and true. Thank you for loving me the way you did. I will always follow you. All the stories that I've told, I've never spoke so honestly as I held you in my arms that night. I would pray your soul to keep. So I will sit beside you now, not to leave you on your own. And as I've walked with you so many times, I am here to walk you home. Thank you for loving me the way you did. These are my words, so clear and true. Thank you for loving me the way you did. I will always follow you. The woman that you are makes me the man I am, it seems, as I held your hand and we said goodbye. You would live on in my dreams. Thank you for loving me the way you did. These are my words, so clear and true. Thank you for loving me the way you did. I will always follow you.
Thank you very much. That is my album. I know it's not the happiest music, but it makes me very happy to sing it because the thing that it does is it brings some people back to life for me, and that's a part of the reason why I kind of tear up almost every single time I sing that one line, because I end up just saying something that is such a vivid memory that every time I sing it, it's as if I'm able to see my Oma come out while I'm painting her porch when I was a kid. She opens the door, probably comes out and asks if I want a popsicle or some ice cream or something. And it's just the most vivid memory that I have of her, that I'm able to, every time I sing that line, I'm able to almost say hello to her again. And it's been 15 years since she passed, and it's just every single time that I sing it, it's further and further and further away from that moment. But it's so special to me. And thank you so much for listening so quietly. I really, really appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'd like to just sing one or two more songs if you'll allow me. I would be very happy to sing you a love song that I wrote for my partner named Jess. I also kind of sing it about my dog named Bear at certain times. And it's a song that we got to sing one time on stage at Massey Hall as a duet. That's where we met working as ushers, and it's a very special song to me, and I would like to sing for you. It's called Spend This Life With Me. And this song is on an album of mine that is on CD and vinyl and all the streaming and everything, but it's an album called Coast to Coast at the back. There's a picture of me and my sister running down a dock in Muskoka. And I recorded the album across Canada, and this song was recorded in Halifax with the two of us singing together in the studio. It goes something like this.
Your cold spread around ashes today. Man's nature wall is another man's grave. Beside the park is the home where they stayed. It's where they found love in the air each day. I met you walking down the aisle, fell to my knees, and I said I do, first time in a while. And then I could feel the earth tilt to my side. These flowers were fake, but the words were real, and they made you cry. Wherever you go, that's where I'll be. If you will spend this life with me, where will we go? She held my hand as it began to rain. As day turned to night, started to feel my luck change. This beautiful girl defines my most beautiful days. I'll pour you some wine, passing the time. Here's what I will say. Wherever you go, that's where I'll stay. Play me a tune, sing you a song. It's better this way. Wherever you go, that's where I'll be. If you will spend this life with me, where will we go? Wherever you go, that's where I'll be. If you will spend this life with me, where will we go?
Well, I think we've reached the end of the night, and I'm going to sing one more song for you called Smile. Now, this song is about the hardest and the most beautiful parts of life, and it's also a song that I've been working on my tour, and I sat in my Windsor hotel room and tried to write it for a friend. I had a fairly surreal experience in booking this tour where I booked a show in Windsor on Sunday, this past Sunday, and it happened to be the day of one of my good friend's father's funeral in Windsor. I don't take that for granted that I was there and I was able to see him and hug him, and I hadn't seen him in a long time. And his father tragically was killed in an accident, and it was all over the news because he was so beloved and he was a very cherished person in the community. So I decided to go back to my hotel room, and I knew that as hard as it would be to try and squeeze this in to my day while I was on tour and while I wanted to take a nap instead of writing a song, I thought whatever my friend is going through is much harder than what I and so I decided to bring this back to him, and I sang it for him that night in Windsor. He came out to the show and was able to hear it, and so I'd like to play it for you now. After this, I do hope that we go outside and perhaps the rain has stopped and we're able to get home safe and dry. And I just truly appreciate you guys being here and listening and enjoying and supporting live music, and especially supporting a touring musician. It really means the world to me, so thank you so much. This is a song called Smile.
Grasping at nothing to save me from hell, I know. Would you believe me if I told you I cannot carry this load on my shoulders anymore? There's so many ways Shoulders anymore. There's so many ways to make yourself smile. Which one will hurt you the most? There's so many ways to make yourself smile. Which one will hurt you the most? And if you hurt, know that I hurt you. You are not alone. There's so many ways to make yourself smile. Which one will hurt?
Thank you for coming out. Thank you, folks. Thank you again and again. I really appreciate you being here, especially on a Wednesday night. Is it Wednesday? Yes. I'm losing track on my tour. I really, really appreciate you coming out, especially in the rain. And thank you so much for grabbing some more cookies and crackers on your way out. They are for you, so please help yourself. And I just hope that you get home safe and enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you.